welcome to Live at Lunch. My name is John Schaefer. Thank you so much for joining us during your lunchtime. It is summertime, and we are in the full swing of Tales and Tales. That is our lunchtime, that is our summer reading program for the Harris County Public Library, and we're going to talk a lot about that today. But what is this show that you're watching? Well, this is Live at Lunch, and this is where we highlight a lot of the programs that the virtual programs that the Harris County Public Library has been putting together and putting online. And a great time for you to make sure you don't miss any of that is right now, so you can click the like and subscribe. That's right. Click the like and subscribe and that little bell that notifies you every time we go live. It definitely helps out us here at the library, and we do appreciate that. We have got an amazing, very special show for you today. We are going to have a very special story time with State Representative Anna Hernandez. We'll be talking about that in just a couple of seconds. But real quick, I want to make sure if you have not already signed up for your summer reading program, Beanstack, you want to make sure you go ahead and do that. Now, of course, I've got a Beanstack right here. But the way you sign up for it is you go to hcpl.net, and then there's a big square that says summer reading. You want to click there, and then you go to Beanstack, and then you sign up through there. Or if you're at one of our libraries, you can just use your phone and use the scan the QR code, and you can sign up right there. It's really easy, and it's for all ages, adults, children's, young adult, and there's some great prizes. So you want to make sure you sign up for all that stuff. We definitely want to have you there for that. Also, want to talk, as I mentioned, we are going to be talking with State Representative Anna Hernandez in just a little bit after she does her story time. But I want to mention that I am at the LaPorte Branch Library. That's right. If you are I'm in the children's section, which is appropriate. Of course, we've got, a castle over here. We've got a beanstalk here. If you are in LaPorte, it is a beautiful library. I definitely recommend you check it out. I'm in the children's section, which is seems appropriate today. Before we get going, I want to announce or have one quick promo about our free meals for children this summer. HCPL, Harris County Public Library, is partnering with the Houston Food Bank to provide free meals during the summer for children ages 18 and under. Pick up 7 breakfast and 7 lunch meals. Children must be present or bring documentation. First come, first serve. No registration needed, but please call your local branch library for more information on when you can pick up the meals, because every library has a different time of how they're doing it. So once again, that is free meals for children this summer. Please let somebody know about that who might need to know about it, and make sure you contact your local library to figure out what time to pick up those meals. Now then, also we'll mention on this show, Live at Lunch, next Friday, we will not be having a show in honor of 4th of July. We'll be taking the week off, but we will be back here at LaPorte on July 9th, and we'll be doing a very special library lab at LaPorte. It's going to be kind of a science craft. I don't want to give too much about it away. It's very cool. You're going to love it. So I want to make sure not this coming Friday, but next Friday at lunch, make sure you tune in once again. So now, what I would like to do is introduce a good friend of mine over at North Channel Branch, Mr. Eric Ray. Eric, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today, John?
I'm doing very well. You guys have done just an amazing job of organizing this very cool story time that we're getting ready to participate in. Well, first off, how are things going on over North Channel? How's your summer treating you, Eric?
Oh, it's going great. First of all, we are so happy to be back open serving our community. I'm here in the children's area, just like you are there at LaPorte. The North Channel Branch has been serving Channelview and the surrounding areas for over 25 years. And I'm really proud of the substantial collection here that we have of Spanish books and bilingual books, especially for kids. And that's the area that I'm in right now. I do want to mention that next week, when we're giving out the food that you promoted there, we will also be giving out books. So I really want to make sure that you guys are watching, come out and get that food, and then also get those books that we're going to be distributing.
Books and food, two of my favorite things. Yeah. I definitely, that's a great thing. Tremendous job over there, guys. Now, I'll tell you what, Eric, I'm going to go ahead and without further ado, I'm going to let you introduce our very special guest for story time.
Yes, we have the honor of having Representative Anna Hernandez here to do a story time in English and Spanish. Representative Hernandez is the representative of District 143, which covers parts of Houston, Channelview, Galena Park, and Jacinto City.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's so great to be with you at lunchtime for Storytime.
Yes, we're so glad to have you here. It's an honor.
All right, Eric. Well, thank you for inviting me. I am delighted to be with you today, and I have a couple of books that I will be reading. So even though I can't see you because we're doing this online, I know many of you are at home right now enjoying your summer, and I hope you are reading your books this summer. Today, I'm going to read two books for you in English and in Spanish titled, Where Are You From? So we'll start with the English book. Where are you from? Where are you from? They ask. Is your mom from here? Is your dad from there? They ask. I'm from here, from today, same as everyone else, I say. No, where are you really from? They insist. I ask Abuelo because he knows everything. And like me, he looks like he doesn't belong. Where am I from? Abuelo thinks. His eyes squint, like he's looking inside his heart for an answer. You come from the Pampas, the open, free land, he says. You're from the Gaucho, brave and strong. From the brown river that cleanses and feeds the land, that gives us the grain for our bread, the milk from our cows. You're from the mountains so high, they tickle Señor Cielo's belly, where the condor roosts his family and the jaguar prowls the night. But you're also from the warm blue oceans the copper warriors tried to tame, and the elegant palm trees stretch their fingers to caress. You're from hurricanes and dark storms, and a tiny singing frog that calls the island people home when the sun goes to sleep. From this island where our ancestors built a home for all, even when they were in chains because of the color of their skin. You're from the grandmothers who search for their grandchildren, waiting, always waiting in a plaza, their white handkerchiefs wrapping the sorrow of their thoughts. You come from the sunshine that lights our path in this world and the rain that washes away our mistakes. But Abuelo, I ask, where am I really from? Abuelo laughs. You want a place? He points to his heart. You're from here, from my love and the love of all of those before us. From those who dreamed of you because of a song sung under the Southern Cross, or the words in a book written under the light of the North Star. You are from all of us. I am. That is the end. Right, and we have this book also in Spanish, and I'll just share with you why I chose this book, and I thought this book was so special is, as an immigrant, I was often asked the same question. At home, we spoke Spanish. At school, the children in the class would ask, where are you from? Where are you born? So this is something that I can relate to as a young child in grade school. And so I think it's important to be able to share this with you today during lunchtime. So now we'll continue with the Spanish book. ¿De dónde eres? ¿De dónde eres? Preguntan. ¿Tu mamá es de aquí? ¿Tu papá es de ahí? Dicen. Soy de acá, soy de este lugar, igual que todos los demás, digo yo. No, ¿de dónde eres de verdad? Insisten. Le pregunto a mi abuelo, porque él sabe todo. Y al igual que yo, tiene un aire de como que no es de aquí. ¿De dónde soy? Abuelo piensa. Entrecierra sus ojos como si estuviera mirando adentro de su corazón para encontrar la respuesta. Tú vienes de las palpas, del campo libre y abierto, dice. Vienes del gaucho, valiente y fuerte. Del río marrón, que limpia y alimenta la tierra, que nos da el grano para el pan, la leche de las vacas. Eres de montañas tan altas que le hacen cosquillas en la panza al Señor cielo, donde el cóndor anida a su familia y el jaguar merodea en las noches. Pero también eres de los mares cálidos y azules que alguna vez los guerreros de bronce trataron de domar y que las palmeras elegantes acarician con sus dedos. Eres de huracanes y tormentas oscuras y de una ranita cuyo canto llama a los isleños para que vuelvan a casa cuando el sol se va a dormir. De esta tierra donde nuestros ancestros construyeron un hogar para todos, aún estando encandelados por el color de su piel. Eres de las abuelas que buscan a sus nietos y nietas, esperando, siempre esperando en una plaza, sus pañuelos blancos envolviendo el dolor de sus recuerdos. Vienes de la luz del sol que ilumina nuestro camino en este mundo y de la lluvia que lava y limpia nuestros errores. Pero abuelo, le digo, ¿de dónde soy de verdad? Abuelo se ríe. ¿Quieres un lugar? Señala a su corazón. Eres de aquí, de mi amor y del amor de todos los que existieron antes de nosotros. De aquellos que soñaron contigo al escuchar una canción bajo la cruz del sol, o al leer las palabras de un libro escrito bajo la luz de la estrella del norte. ¿Tú? Tú eres de todos nosotros. Lo soy. Fin. I hope you enjoyed those two books in English and in Spanish. I've enjoyed being with you today and being able to read these books.
Thank you so much, Representative Hernandez. And I love the fact that you mentioned that it meant something to you because of it's a question that you were asked growing up, and it kind of relates to your background.
Yes. So I was born in Mexico, and my parents brought me to the U.S. when I was a baby, and we were actually undocumented for about 8 years, and those were during my young grade school years. And so I remember in class, the classmates talking about where they were born, where they were going on vacation, and so that was a very different experience for me, being undocumented and not wanting to say, where I was born.
Wow. Well, great choice of books. And a couple of questions, if you got a couple of seconds here. I know that you're a big supporter of public schools in Texas. And of course, libraries are a big part of public education. I just wonder if you had like a favorite memory of, growing up as a kid in your library or your school library.
I do. I grew up in Pasadena. So
Mhm.
I remember going to the Pasadena Public Library, which was right next to the mall, off of South Ward, for those that are familiar with the Pasadena area. And going to the library was like going on a scavenger hunt, with the Dewey Decimal System, which I know now is electronic. But back in in my day, it was the little note cards that were in these long drawers that you would go and try to find the book and then go into the library and in search of the book. And so those are wonderful memories that I have of being in the library.
Yeah, it's funny, if you can find those card catalogs now, they're worth tons of money because they got rid of them all, and they're so rare now. Because you're right, it is all electronic. Now, speaking of electronic, everything, what are your thoughts about the importance of libraries in the future, and where we can how they can be of service to the community in the future?
I think it's important to have libraries that are easily accessible in our communities for those individuals that may not have internet access or technology, have the devices to be able to have access to information, to go into a library, to do research, to learn about new things. It's important for us to continue expanding our minds, expanding our vocabulary by reading. And so it's important to have libraries in our community. And so I thank you and everyone else in our Harris County Public Library system for the work that you're doing, the service that you're providing for our community.
Well, you're welcome on behalf of the Harris County Public Library system. And one last thing, real quick before we let you go, any summer picks, any beach reads, anything you're reading right now you'd recommend for adults or kids?
I have a 9-year-old son, and he loves to learn new things. And for him, he enjoys reading trivia books. And so we are reading some animal trivia books, just learning about animals and their characteristics. And so it'll give you a question and some answers, and you've got to pick from the 4 which 3 are true and which one is not. So he really enjoys that because it's kind of a little quiz as well.
Awesome. And you, anything you're reading for the adults? Anything you'd like to recommend?
I spend my time with my son, so we
there you
like
go.
to sit down together, try to get up. Which is very important. I know a lot of children. It's not just my son that spend too much time on electronics and playing video games, and it's important to take a break. And as a parent, sometimes that means spending some time one-on-one with your child and sitting down and making sure that they have some reading time as well, and not just the screen time on electronics.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Well, listen, thank you so much for your time, and we really appreciate you doing your reading for us. Hope that we'll get a chance to see you again sometime soon in the near future and in some way, shape, or form. But until then, thank you so much, Representative Hernandez.
Thank you. Hope everyone has a wonderful summer.
Bye-bye. Awesome. Thank you so much again to her. What a treat that was. Now, Eric, if I can get you on the horn again one more time. Are you still there over in North Channel?
Yes, I am. And I want to thank Representative Hernandez again for that wonderful story time. I have with me a postcard. Now,
you do have a postcard.
I do. For those of you that might not know, 2021 marks 100 years of HCPL serving the community. And in honor of that, for our centennial, each of the branches designed the postcard, and our staff here did a phenomenal job of designing this postcard. And there, John, is one of the LaPorte postcards. We want you to come by the branch and grab a handful of these. Each of these have a prompt on it. You can fill them out, mail them, collect them. This one is share one book and why you love it. And so for those of you that love to read, those that are new to reading, please, please, please come by your local branch to us and get one of these wonderful postcards.
Absolutely. Collect them all. There's one at every branch, and they all have each different design on them. Obviously, I got to see the North Channel, and there's the LaPorte. They're all really cool, and you can use them for mailing in the mail, or you can send them back to us and let us know your favorite summer reading experience. Man, well said, Eric. Thank you so much. You're going to steal my job. So listen, thank you so much. And once again, well, thank you so much, Eric. We appreciate North Channel for putting on that Storytime reading. We really do. Thank you for that, for making that so. And lastly, I just want to remind everybody, Eric, as you know, summer reading going on. They need to sign up with Beanstack. You want to take this one? How can they sign up for the summer reading program, adults and kids?
Yes, you can sign up online, or you can come here to the branch and we can help you with that, explain how everything works. It's super easy. And, we just want you guys to read and have fun reading.
Absolutely. And there's cool prizes. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
There's some really cool prizes too.
The books are my favorite prize, personally. I don't know.
There you go. Well, listen, thank you so much, Eric. We appreciate it. We'll see you again soon. And also want to thank everybody for spending your time at lunch with us. We do appreciate it. A reminder, we will not be here next Friday because of 4th of July weekend. However, we will be back on July 9th, and we're going to be doing a very, very cool library lab here at LaPorte Branch Library. So listen, have a great summer. Go sign up for Beanstack and get yourself some great prizes and read some amazing books. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time, guys. Goodbye, everybody.